Hello everyone, today I'm going to teach you 20 very common English idioms that native speakers use all the time. Don't worry, I'm going to keep the explanation simple and I'll give you an example for each one. Let's get started. First, we have break the ice. This means to start a conversation and make people feel more comfortable. For example, he told a joke to break the ice at the meeting. Next is piece of cake. If something is a piece of cake, it's very easy. For example, the exam was a piece of cake. Number 3, hit the books. This means to study. For example, I have a test tomorrow, so I need to hit the books tonight. The next idiom is under the weather. This means you don't feel well. For example, I'm feeling a little under the weather today. Now let's look at once in a blue moon. This means something happens very rarely. For example, I eat fast food only once in a blue moon. Next is cost an arm and a leg. This means something is very expensive. For example, that car costs an arm and a leg. Here's another useful one. Spill the beans. This means to reveal a secret. For example, come on, spill the beans. What happened? Next, we have get cold feet. This means to become nervous before doing something important. For example, she got cold feet before her wedding. Let's continue with the ball is in your court. This means it's your turn to make a decision or take action. For example, I've told you my idea. Now the ball is in your court. Next is call it a day. This means to stop working. For example, we've done enough. Let's call it a day. Now let's look at see eye to eye. This means to agree with someone. For example, my brother and I don't always see eye to eye. The next idiom is back to square one. This means you have to start again from the beginning. For example, the plan failed, so we're back to square one. Here's another common one. Miss the boat. This means to miss an opportunity. For example, I didn't apply in time, so I missed the boat. Next is on cloud 9. This means extremely happy. For example, she was on cloud 9 after getting the job. Let's continue with bite off more than you can chew. This means to take on too much responsibility. For example, I accepted too many projects and bit off more than I could chew. The next idiom is hit the nail on the head. This means to say exactly the right thing. For example, you hit the nail on the head with that explanation. Now we have keep an eye on. This means to watch something carefully. For example, can you keep an eye on my bag for a minute? Next is pull someone's leg. This means to joke with someone. For example, relax, I'm just pulling your leg. Here's a very common one. A blessing in disguise. This means something that seems bad at first but turns out to be good. For example, losing that job was a blessing in disguise. And finally, number 20. Practice makes perfect. This means the more you practice, the better you become. For example, keep speaking English every day. Practice makes perfect. So, there you have it. 20 useful English idioms that you can start using in everyday conversations. Don't try to memorize all of them at once. Choose 3 or 4, use them during the week, and then come back to learn more. Which idiom was your favorite? Let me know in the comments. And if you found this lesson useful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with another English learner. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next lesson.